what do you take away from this weekend?
What I am taking away from this weekend is the foundation that we have had or have created together has been even more solidified, or any cracks that were there have been sealed up, and we can just build our relationship that much stronger. For me, I had some old demons that I was still carrying with that are gone, and I just look forward to just creating everything new from this point going forward.
As far as I'm concerned, what I'm going to take from this is that, you know, we did a lot of work on our own before coming here. Working with Ken and Lauren really helped us really not necessarily bury the past, but recognize it for what it was. It was the past. It really had no place belonging in our present. And keeping that in mind, it gives us the opportunity to move to the future with a much clearer head, a much more stronger foundation, and we feel the cracks have been repaired, and we can continue and build and move on forward from here.
Great. So what do you see for your future as a couple as a result of this Power Couples Retreat?
What do you see as our future?
I see a very bright future. I see us continuing to work together. I see us using the tools that we've learned today as a means to build on our foundation. I've taken with me that I love my wife more than anything, and that stayed with me, and it's going to continue, and that is the foundation, and that's the source for us.
Great. How about you, Annie?
I see, well, pretty much exactly what you just said. I also see, at some point in my vision, I always felt that I would be with Danny in a work capacity again, and I feel that the vision that I saw this weekend is going to make that happen. It's much more tangible for me now. Something I've always wanted, something we've always talked about, and I feel that having the tools that we learned this weekend is really going to make it happen. And Lauren were about as, they were the most perfect example of how a team should work. Their approach is different, but yet they complement one another. They, sometimes when you see two people either giving a talk or there's a level of uncertainty or uncomfortable, they just flowed. Ken and Lauren just flowed. When one stopped, the other knew where to begin, and it was intoxicating. It was that good.
For me, I've been working with Ken for a little over 2 years now, and Annie with Lauren for about 1.5 years separately. So it was really interesting to work together as a couple and see the dynamic not only between Ken and Lauren, but how that dynamic interacted now with me working with Lauren and Annie working with Ken. I thought it was quite excellent. You know, never a dull moment, always thought-provoking, always asking, you know, deep questions that required me to really dig down into my soul and give good, honest answers.
Great. Treat to others.
I would highly recommend the Power Retreat to other couples. And I feel that no matter where you are in your relationship, whether you're newly married, whether you've been married for a few years, it helps you create a structure, and it helps you create a vision that you can work at together. It helps you, if you're a new couple, you talk about things that maybe you're not comfortable talking about, where your future's going to go. If you've been married for a while and there are things that have surfaced in your past, you come in with as the analogy was put, an empty glass, and you just make yourself open to new ideas and new feelings. But I would highly recommend it, yes.
I'm definitely going to be recommending it to a few friends of mine. One thing that's really important is, as a married couple, you don't go through any training for marriage. You know, we see bad examples every time. And if you have a good, solid relationship and you want to build on it, you want to create that team, you want to create that partnership, it's definitely an excellent idea.